I would really love to give him a gift of my knee.
I don't see where that avenue of victory lies for Petr. And he's a great fighter, don't get me wrong. I just don't know where he beats Merab.
First, I'm focusing on Petr. I don't overlook him. You know, he's a top challenger. You know, not every fight goes same way. You know, one mistake can change everything.
Merab Dvalishvili will defend his title for the record 4th time in 2025, and he is very excited to get a knockout this time. However, Petr Yan is also backing himself to dethrone the champ and end his winning streak. However, the pros doubts that Petr can catch the machine Merab Dvalishvili. Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili is excited by how active the bantamweight division is, with big fights next month setting up new contenders. He notes Ayman Zahabi is on a long winning streak and has been calling him out, which he respects. He mentions Song Yadong is facing Sean O'Malley, and if Yadong wins, he's open to that matchup as well. Merab adds that other fighters in important upcoming bouts could also emerge as his next challengers if they win.
Happy does it make you just to see all the activity in the bantamweight division right now? Some huge fights made for next month. Gonna line up contenders. Ayman Zahabi's out there saying he wants you.
Yeah.
No shortage of fights to come up for you next year, right?
Yes, I'm excited Zahabi is coming from a long winning streak, which is good. Yeah, Song Yadong has fight against Sean O'Malley. I mean, if Yadong wins somehow, it's gonna. I mean, of course, I'm cheering for Sean O'Malley, but if Yadong wins, then okay, I would like to fight him too. And then there is other guys then who has other fights too, and then if they win, and then I will have an ex-contender.
Petr Yan also views Merab Dvalishvili's busy 2025 schedule as no real disadvantage. He explains that fighting frequently is manageable when each bout feels like home, recalling how he competed 5 times in 2018 without that comfort and believing he could have doubled it under easier circumstances.
What's just your perspective on Merab's very busy year here, the 4 camps, the 4 title fights? How is that going to impact what version of him shows up on Saturday, if at all?
Все поединки были здесь, в Вегасе. All of the fights were here in Vegas. One in Los Angeles with Umar.
Right.
Los Angeles, how many hours need flight to Los Angeles?
4 hours drive.
Okay, it's home too, да?
4 часа.
Это тоже дома.
Same thing as
Я
fighting
думаю,
at
что
home.
дома можно драться каждый
It's very
выходной.
easy to fight in your backyard. Here or Los Angeles, it's the same thing. You know, it's basically like fighting at home. You can fight at home every single weekend. In your backyard, you can fight. You can fight all the time. When I signed the contract in 2018, I had 5 fights that year as well, and they were not at home. If I could fight at home every one of those fights, I could fight 10 times that year.
Merab Dvalishvili isn't overlooking Petr Yan at UFC 323, emphasizing that Yan is a dangerous top contender and that a single mistake can change the fight. He acknowledges how quickly momentum can swing and respects Yan's ability to create those moments. While staying focused on the rematch, Merab is also excited about the potential contender matchups that could await him in 2026 if he secures the win.
First, I'm focusing on Petr. I don't overlook him. You know, he's a top challenger. You know, not every fight goes same way. You know, one mistake can change everything, and I realized that danger from Petr Yan. I know he's he's dangerous, and it's a fight. Hopefully I'm gonna win this, and like you said, and we have more contenders.
However, Merab Dvalishvili still aims to finish Petr Yan with a knockout or TKO. He credits his team, including John Wood, for his ongoing improvement, noting that his striking has become sharper and more precise. Early in his career, he relied mostly on instinct when throwing punches, but now his approach is controlled and calculated.
I would like to knock out my next opponent or TKO him. That would be nice. Yeah, of course. Thanks John Wood and everyone around me who's helping me to get better, and I'm getting better, and then I'm proving my striking, you know. So first couple fights when I start fighting in my country, I was throwing hands, but I was just fighting from the instincts. But now I'm much clearer, and I hit and I don't get hit.
Petr Yan sees this title fight as the most significant moment of his career, believing that beating Merab Dvalishvili would top even his win for the vacant belt against Jose Aldo. He treats the matchup as a chance to re-establish himself, showcase his full potential, and deliver a victory that matters to him and his team. Yan also plans to run it back immediately, ready to complete the trilogy if he wins.
How much more satisfying is winning this UFC title going to be compared to the fight with Jose Aldo, which is, a vacant title and everything, getting your revenge here, everything you've been through? Is this going to be more satisfying than the first UFC title win?
100% этот поединок, он гораздо важнее для меня, для всего сообщества. Вот. Для меня очень важно вернуться и показать, на что я способен.
100%. This is a way more important fight for myself, for the entire team, for everybody who's with me. It's important for me to come back and to really show what I can do.
Petr Yan believes that if he claims the belt, Merab Dvalishvili fully deserves an immediate rematch. He acknowledges that Merab has earned the right to call for any fight he wants and is fully willing to step into a third fight if the UFC arranges a trilogy.
Do you feel if you win this fight, it's going to have to be an immediate trilogy fight with Merab, given everything he's done as a champion?
Знаете, если...
Now, if you look ahead, I think that Merab deserves any rematch that he wants, whether he calls it out or the UFC calls it out, and I think that he deserves a rematch. And if I do win, I think that it would be a really cool trilogy to put that third fight together.
Merab also views reaching a 15-fight winning streak as a major milestone and a source of real pride. He reflects on once merely dreaming of competing in the UFC and never imagining he'd get this far, yet he continues to push, improve, and break records. Milestones like this fuel his motivation, highlighting both how far he's come and how much further he can go.
If you do win this fight, it'll be 15 in a row in the UFC for you. The record is Islam and Anderson Silva at 16, but what would that mean to you, I guess, to put yourself up there with the greatest winning streaks in UFC history?
Yeah, that would be great resume on my record, and yeah, that will be good, perfect. Like that's gonna make me even more feel better. This is, I was just dreamed to fight the UFC, and I don't know if I will ever come this far, but now I'm keep going and keep improving and breaking records, and this feels good for sure.
Merab Dvalishvili opens up about the toll his weight cuts take, saying the process often leaves him low on energy, occasionally sleepy, and wanting a break. He explains that limited food intake combined with mental pressure makes it especially challenging, and while staying hydrated can raise his weight, balancing both the physical and mental demands of cutting remains tough.
Yeah, so weight cut is never easy, and it just right now, yeah, I don't have, I feel like we'll be off sometimes. I don't have energy, and I feel very low energy. Sometimes I want to take a break, and sometimes I feel sleepy because I don't know, because of I wasn't eating last 3 days. But but I was drinking. But now, because I was drinking water, my weight is high. So, and then I'm nervous. It's a mental game,
However, Merab Dvalishvili stays unfazed by his fourth weight cut of 2025, saying he feels better than people expect. He notes that staying this active was always the plan, and thanks the UFC for making 4 fights possible this year. Acknowledging that cutting weight is tough and mentally draining, he adds that he has felt worse on previous Wednesdays, but today he feels strong, focused, and ready to make weight.
Yeah, that was my goal, to be busy this year, and thank you UFC to make this one happen, but I was willing to fight 4 times this year, and it's happening. Yeah, we are in 5 weeks. Today is Wednesday. All I have to do is make weight and be happy after.
Yes. How is the weight cut going? Because we already see everyone, they're dissecting your interviews, they're wondering how you're looking and how you're feeling. Can you share with us?
It's never easy. It's always tough, It's mental game, but I've been worse feeling on Wednesday, but today, I'm good. I feel good. Yeah, but I'll be fine.
On the other hand, Robert Whittaker believes Petr Yan has very few options to beat Merab Dvalishvili in a rematch. He highlights Merab's improved defense and comfort mixing, striking with takedowns, which strengthens his overall game once he gains control. Whittaker notes this strategy has worked against Corey Sandhagen and other top fighters, making Merab extremely difficult to overcome. He stresses Merab's uniqueness, recalling the 49 takedowns he landed in their first fight, and sees no clear path for Yan to secure a victory.
I think he's gotten defensively more sound with his striking. I think he's much more comfortable striking and mixing it in with the takedowns. And once he establishes takedowns, his striking's going to look better for it. And that's what he did against Sandhagen. That's what he did against all the other guys he's come across. Yeah. It's just, I don't see where the avenue for victory is. You have to out Merab. And that is, he's special. Like I don't think there are two of him in the world, you know. He shot like north of 40 times in their first meeting. So I don't see where that avenue of victory lies for Petr. And he's a great fighter, don't get me wrong. I just don't know where he beats Merab.
Sean O'Malley breaks down the Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan rematch, highlighting the main risks for Merab. He notes that Yan's speed, sharp counters, and willingness to trade make him dangerous, but says the only way Yan can win is if Merab becomes overconfident with his striking. O'Malley emphasizes that Merab's superior fight IQ gives him a strong edge in managing those threats.
Who do you think wins, Merab or Yan?
I mean, the only way I see Yan beating him is Merab's getting confident in his hands. You know, he damn near knocked out Corey Sandhagen, but he's punching more. He did it with Umar too, where he was, you know, kind of throwing some more combos, and he did it with Corey. Peter's someone you got to be careful with, like keeping your chin up, because he'll capitalize. He's got such good counters. He's fast. He'll sit in the pocket. He'll trade. But Merab's just, I mean, I think his fight IQ is smarter than his regular IQ. And he's got a good fight IQ. So I think he's going to go up. I don't think he's going to necessarily sit and try to trade with him, but you never know.
So ultimately you're leaning towards Merab unless he kind of falls in love with the striking and gets caught.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking.
Sean O'Malley highlights Merab Dvalishvili's remarkable confidence entering his 4th title fight of the year. He explains that while most fighters would be drained by such a busy schedule, Merab's natural toughness, flexible approach to diet and training, and strong physical build allow him to perform at a high level consistently.
Merab is so confident right now. It's his 4th title fight this year, which I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing. I would lean more towards that being a negative than a positive as far as like all around how your body feels. But again, Merab's built different. He really is. He doesn't eat super clean. He doesn't get to the gym and stretch or warm up. He's just built different. So who knows if his body's hurting or broke down or if he's just running off straight. Fucking Georgian rice.
Michael Bisping also breaks down what Petr Yan needs to do to succeed against Merab Dvalishvili, stressing the importance of a fast start and avoiding early setbacks. He points out that Yan usually takes time to find his rhythm, which works in 3-round fights, but giving Merab an early edge could be costly. Bisping warns that once Merab establishes control, he can dominate both physically and mentally, making it crucial for Yan to assert himself from the very beginning.
He's got to get off to a fast start. He can't afford to go 1 round down. Yeah, it's a 5-round fight, and Yan certainly has a 5-round style, so that will help him in this matchup. But often, even in those 3 fights that he did win, he finds his groove in fights. He takes his time. He's not exactly fast out of the gate. You might call that a championship style because he's used to doing 5 rounds. In the 3-round fights that he had, he was able to get away with it. And yeah, this is a 5-round, but even still, you don't want to give Merab that mental advantage, because we saw against Corey Sandhagen, we saw against Sean O'Malley. As soon as he feels that he's in control, then he just starts to run away with it and starts quite literally making fun of his opponents and kissing them and waving at Dana and talking and all kinds of stuff. You don't want to let Merab, who is flying high with confidence, stacking up title defenses like crazy, you don't want to let him get an early mental advantage.
Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili acknowledges that his rematch with Petr Yan will be tough. He recognizes Yan as a skilled opponent who likely underestimated him the first time, and adds that now Yan understands his abilities and will come into the fight fully prepared.
Yeah, Petr Yan is really tough opponent and top guy for me, for sure. So I always knew that. Even I beat him in the first fight. He don't give me much respect. He was thinking he will like just beat me easy, and then I'm sure he was surprised first time, but now he knows how good I am, and he will be well prepared.
Merab Dvalishvili expects Petr Yan to come back very strong in the rematch, which keeps him fully focused. He admits it's difficult to stay motivated against someone he has already beaten, knowing Yan will be more determined this time. Merab emphasizes maintaining an underdog mindset, aware that Yan will adapt and come at him aggressively, and notes that holding this mindset in training and during the fight is challenging but necessary.
I'm sure he will come strong, and then so me, I have to be also focusing. I know it's hard to focus when you beat your opponent first time. Second time, it's hard to motivation, because I'm a winner, but this guy lose against me, and now he will have a more motivation. And so me, I have to keep a same mindset, I think underdog mindset, even I'm champion, I have to keep an underdog mindset, because I know he's gonna come hard, he's gonna change his style fights, and I have to be just, I'm talking now, but it's hard to do when in the training or in the fight, or I hope I will do it, but it's a new fight and a new date, and we never know.
On the other hand, Tim Welch praises Merab Dvalishvili as the one of the best bantamweight ever. He points to Merab's impressive win streak and the high-level fighters he has beaten, including Petr Yan, Yang Dong, Davidson Figueiredo, Marcus McGee, Corey Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov, Henry Cejudo, and Jose Aldo. Welch underscores that Merab's relentless consistency and refined skills make him a formidable challenge for anyone in the division.
The great Merab Dvalishvili. Right now, it's really undebatable. This guy is the greatest bantamweight of all time, easily, and he's taking on Petr Yan. Petr Yan is a freak. This guy is on a 3-fight win streak against very tough opponent. He beat Yang Dong, Song Yadong. He beat Davidson Figueiredo, former 125 champion, and then Marcus McGee, who is an absolute stud. He's taking on Merab. Now, Merab, I'm pretty sure, shot on him 49 times, which is absolutely unheard of. Merab Dvalishvili, his win streak is insane. Everybody knows it. Corey, Shane, Umar, Shane, Henry Cejudo, Petr Yan, Jose Aldo, and this guy's a real problem.
And however, Tim Welch also feels that Petr Yan should not be underestimated, noting that many fans are counting him out ahead of the rematch. He explains that Yan may have been limited by a hand injury in their first fight, which affected his power. Welch highlights that Merab Dvalishvili's aggressive style can leave him exposed when pursuing knockouts, pointing to how his chin looked vulnerable during a flurry against Corey Sandhagen. He adds that Yan's precise boxing and skill with the small gloves give him a real chance to exploit that opening.
I tell you what, a lot of people are counting out Petr Yan, and I feel like they're making a mistake. This guy, supposedly, he had a broke hand in their first match, and when you watch them fight, it kind of does look like he has a broke hand. He's not winging it with full power. Now, Merab is hungry for a knockout. He's hungry for a knockout. He's hungry for a TKO. And that is where I think Petr Yan has the opportunity to crack Merab when Merab is swinging. You saw it against Corey Sandhagen when he really started to flurry against Corey Sandhagen. That chin is floating. That chin is floating, and Petr Yan is a master of boxing with little 4-ounce gloves. Anything can happen.
Tim Welch emphasized that Petr Yan faces a truly unique opponent in Merab Dvalishvili, describing him as one of a kind. He highlighted Dvalishvili's relentless pace, recalling the 49 strikes he landed in 25 minutes during their previous fight. Welch noted that Yan returns highly motivated, aware this could be his last title shot, and praised his boxing and wrestling defense. He stressed that Yan's success will depend on consistently defending against Dvalishvili's attacks, countering effectively, and maintaining pressure to shift the fight in his favor.
We're dealing with a one-of-a-kind fighter, a real freak of nature. I don't know if the UFC's ever really seen a guy like this. Name another guy who's shot 49 times in 25 minutes and 50-45 a guy like Petr Yan. Petr Yan's coming back hungry. Petr Yan is coming back hungry. He knows this might be the last opportunity for him to fight for the title. So I would not count Petr Yan out. He's a very good master of boxing. He's got good wrestling defense. Can he keep it up? Can he keep it up? Can he stuff Merab's shots? And right after he stuffs them, get on Merab. Get on him and come out and start getting busy right away and start backing Merab up. Let's see what happens.
Furthermore, Umar Nurmagomedov expects Merab Dvalishvili to control Petr Yan in their rematch. He points out that Merab has grown significantly since their first encounter and showed against Corey Sandhagen that he can sustain relentless pressure across 5 rounds. Umar notes that Yan's striking is sharp, but his defense has weaknesses, and if those aren't addressed, Merab is likely to dominate again.
From last fight with Petr Yan, Merab become much better. Last fight with Corey Sandhagen show it wrestle all night, and it's a very big trouble for Petr Yan. He don't have good defense, but he have good arms. He can do TKO, but if it's not gonna be TKO, I think Merab gonna maul him.
Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili also opened up about his issues with Umar Nurmagomedov, saying he felt disrespected after Umar called him a fake champion. He criticized Umar for having someone else post on his behalf, questioning what kind of person would do that. Merab stressed that despite not having perfect English, everything he shares on social media comes directly from him, sometimes with a translator to ensure his words are clear.
Pretty much, let's just call it a spade that you don't like.
Yeah, number one thing, he wasn't respect me, and he called me fake champion, and he was, I don't know, he was tweeting or maybe his assistant on whatever it is. I know he wasn't Ali. I know because Ali reached me out, and I talked Ali, and he wasn't like helping him tweet. I know, I kind of know who was helping him tweeting, but what kind of man you are when somebody tweeting for you? And so yeah, I don't speak good English, and I can, like I can speak, maybe we can understand each other, but when I go Twitter, I make sure I ask my assistant or somebody, like maybe my friend, to like translate this, and then make sure, but it's always my words, maybe help me to translate, but it's always me.
Merab Dvalishvili clearly said that he never allows anyone else to post on his behalf, calling it disrespectful when Umar Nurmagomedov relied on others to tweet for him. He was particularly upset that Umar labeled him a fake champion, seeing it as a slight against the title he earned. Merab emphasized that being a champion means proving it in the cage, and anyone claiming otherwise without backing it up should at least show respect.
I will never let my manager or my friend or my brother to tweet for me to say words it's not even my, so that was like a lot of disrespectful words from him from the Twitter. And also he did call me fake champion. And then so what I was mad about most, he don't respect me as a champion. Yeah, it's a fight, we may lose, he was supposed to maybe beat, one punch can change everything, but I earned it. I earned it to get there. I was champion, and he should respect me, because you don't want to beat somebody disrespect, if you fighting for champion and then you beat champion, you don't want to beat somebody stupid. You should give champion respect. That's why I was most mad about him.
That's all for today's video. How do you see this matchup playing out? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.